Hello guys, welcome to my channel, and in this video I am going to discuss about one of the another important concept in Java 21, that is sequenced collections. So let's try to understand what is sequenced collections and where do we use it. Okay, so have you ever wanted to get to the first or last element from the list, set or map in a consistent way? So do you have something in your mind that you want to get first and last elements from these collections like list, set or map in a consistent way? So if that is your use case, then Java 21 finally solves this problem by introducing a sequenced collections. Actually, it's an interface, these sequenced collections. You will understand everything, okay? So the problem before 21, okay? For example, you have a list, okay? A list of, yeah, list of string names is equal to list dot of creates an immutable list. And if you want to get the first element, what you are doing is you are doing names dot get of 0, okay? And if you want to get the last element, names dot get of names dot size minus 1, okay? That's what you are doing it. For example, here also, if I want to get the first element, I am doing names dot get of 0, okay? This will give you me the first element, that is John, because we are using list store preserves the insertion order. I got the John. And if I want to get the last element, then names dot size minus 1, okay? Then if I try to print that, I need to get Alex as the output. So yeah, in order to get first and last element, you need to write some code, right? Like there is no predefined methods. You are need to write get of 0, or you can see get of names dot size minus 1. So this is not the good way, right? And this only works for the list, okay? So this only work for the list. So what about we have a linked hash map, linked hash set, okay? Those things are also there, and these things you cannot use for linked asset and hash map. So and because every collection has a different way of accessing the elements, so in order to solve all these problems, Java comes with a concept called as sequenced collections. That is an another interface I am going to show. Why I am saying interface means, you can see if I go to list, list interface is extending sequenced collection. If I go to sequenced collections, yeah, this is the interface, okay, they created, and this interface is extended by your list as well, so that all the methods will be inherited over here. So this is the problem, and how they solve it is by introducing this concept called as sequenced collections. Java introduced the sequenced collections like sequenced set and sequenced map, these three interfaces. And what you can do is, for example, I have this one, right? I have this a list of elements, a list of string names, that is John, David, and Alex. And if I want to get to the first element, I just write names dot, there is a predefined method, you can see get first, okay? So you will be getting the first element, that is you will be getting John as the output. So you will be getting John as the output. And if you want to get the last element and or the last person, then you need to write, there is one other method called as get last. You will get the last element, that is Alex, okay? And there are so many methods in this sequence collection. One is addFirst. So addFirst, what it will do means, it will for example, if I call name stat addFirst, okay, addFirst, and I want to add something like Buddy, okay, Buddy as the first. If I try to print the name, so you can see this Buddy will be added before John, so Buddy will come at the first. Let me run the code. You can see Buddy is at the first, then John, David, and if I want to add it at the last, you just there is a method addLast, okay? If you just add last, then Buddy will be added at the last. You can see Buddy is added at the last, then add first, add last, then remove first. If I use same thing, if I use remove first, it doesn't accept any arguments. If I use this method, so if I use this method, then John will be removed, okay? I think these methods are pretty straightforward, you can understand it clearly. you can see John is removed and David Alex. If I use names dot remove last, then last Alex will be removed. And there is one method called as a reversed. So what it will do means reversed. For example, if I want to print, if I call a reversed method, and if I want to see how the list looks, let me store it in a variable list dot reversed. So okay, and if I print a reversed, the original list will be reversed. John, David, Alex is there, right? That will become Alex, David, John. You can see Alex, David, John. So that is the original list is reversed. So that is one method. So, and which collections support this sequenced collection means we have like Java 21 introduced this sequenced collection. So you saw it, right? This sequenced collection is an interface that is implemented by list linked hash set, because list follows the insertion order, that is ordering is there, and linked hash set also follows the insertion order and DQ also. And also there is something known as sequenced map they introduced, and that is implemented by linked hash map. Okay, so not why, because not every collection maintains the insertion order. For example, if hash set is there, if hash set implemented this sequenced collections, then hash set does not guarantee insertion order. Then these kind of operations like add first, add last, get first, get last does not make any sense there. Okay, so only for the only the collections which maintains the order, we will be using sequence collections mainly for this list linked hash set, linked hash map. Okay, so now let's try to look at I think these are the examples. You have seen all the examples, and if you want to see whether list implementing sequence, you can go here. You can see list is implementing sequenced collections, and if I go inside this sequenced collections, it's an interface that is extending collections. That means all the collection methods are available, and they define some another methods like reverse method. We saw, right? Add first. Okay, add last, get first, get last, remove first. So everything is given over here. So that is how you can use these methods. And let's try to look at some of the interview questions. So what is a sequence collection? So basically sequence collection is nothing but it's a feature which is introduced in Java 21. It's a new interface. Okay, because I show you, right, it's an interface which is introduced in Java 21 for ordered collections. Okay, and why it was introduced, the reason why it was introduced means in order to provide a common API for accessing the first and last elements. This is the only reason they introduced the sequence collections. Uh, what and why? What is sequence collection? Why is sequence collection? It's an interface which is introduced in Java 21 for ordered collections. Why they introduced? In order to provide a common API for accessing first and last elements. Does hash set implement sequence collection? No, hash set does not preserve the insertion order, so that's why it's of no use to implement the sequenced collection. And also I showed you this reversed collection, right? So a lot of developers think that when I use this names dot reversed, so it will create a new collection. Okay, but the thing is it will not create a new collection, it will just return the original list. Just you can see I am getting the same list of string only, it will just return the original list. And yeah, that's not a copied list. I think we have come to the end of this video. We have covered all major enhancements coming in Java 21, that is virtual threads we covered, pattern matching for stitch and sequenced collections. If you have any questions, please drop it in the comment section, and thank you so much for watching.